I am here with defenseman Ben Roger from the Kingston Frontenacs. Ben, you've been with Kingston now for a couple months. What was your initial feeling on being traded to Kingston?
My initial feeling, I was very happy getting traded here. Obviously, could look at the standings and see on paper they had a really good team, and I was happy to come be a part of that. And once I got into the locker room, I saw that they're not just a really good team on paper, but they're a bunch of really good guys in the room as well. So they welcomed me with open arms, and I've had a great time since I've came here and made a lot of great connections with the guys.
And is there anybody that you bonded with instantly, or anybody that you're really feeling that bond with right now?
Yeah, definitely. Like a lot of the guys, feel a bond with them. There's no one like particular that I'll say is like my best friend on the team or something. But one guy that I kind of knew just going there like before I met all the guys with Jackson Stewart, skate and train with him at times in the summer. So seeing him and like being a teammate with him is really nice.
Fantastic. And this past summer as well, you were drafted to the Ottawa Senators. Can you tell me a little bit about what that draft experience was like there for you?
Yeah, it was a really cool experience. Just obviously really nerve wracking, and just going to draft day, knowing that nothing you can do can control it. You've already put in all the work, all the interviews, and all the workouts and everything. So you just kind of try your best to sit back and relax and see what happens. It's pretty tough to do, but yeah, it was a really cool experience. And uh, even though that we didn't get to do it in person, it was pretty fun spending it with my friends and family back home.
And then you did begin your career in the OJHL with the Wellington Dukes. How do you attribute that experience to where you are now in your development as a player?
It was good. Definitely like a lot of learning tools that I got from the OJHL in Wellington. So I try to take everywhere I go in my hockey career. I try to take a few things and help them make and like allow them to help me with things along the way. So just picking up things and learning things from all the coaches that I've had over the years.
And kind of building off of that as well, you did spend some time with the training and development camp with the Senators this past summer. What did you learn from that, and how are you applying it to what you bring to the rink every day?
I think the main thing I learned from that is just being around those guys who are professionals, is just seeing like the amount of care they take in their body and like their preparation and their routines and how they carry themselves, how they eat, how they nutrition themselves. So I think yeah, I learned a lot of stuff on ice, but I think the most valuable stuff I learned was off ice. So I just kind of try to implement routines and certain things that can put me in the best position physically and mentally to perform on the ice.
And do you bring that back as well to the younger guys that are on the team and trying to be that positive influence for them?
Yeah, for sure. I was a young guy once too, so I know what it feels like. But I try to be a leader on the team and crack jokes with the young guys. Some of the guys who are more quiet, kind of make jokes with them and make them laugh and smile. Because I know when I was that young, it can be a really nerve wracking environment being in there with guys who are 20 years old and that when you're just 16 years old. So yeah, just trying to not make things awkward or be intimidating at all. Just be nice to them. So.
And
Yeah.
a lot of your past interviews, a lot of your past interactions, you have really talked about Jeremy Bennoit and his influence that he's had on you throughout your career. Can you tell me a little bit about that and how he's been so influential to you and what that means?
Yeah, Jeremy's been great. I've been working with him for I think a few years now. So yeah, we're really good friends. We obviously he's my trainer and we work really hard in the summer, but we'll also send stuff to each other on Instagram, like funny stuff. We'll talk back and forth. We were just talking the other day about like what I got to do to make my starts better on the ice. So we're he's a great trainer, but we're also great friends as well. So I really like Jer.
And last but not least, my last question for you tonight is, what has been your most valuable lesson so far that you've learned throughout your career, whether it's with Wellington, through your draft process, and even right now as one of the older guys on the team?
I've learned a lot of big things, but one of the things that I like to keep with me is never get too high, never get too low. So in hockey, it's a very inconsistent sport. So when you're hot, you can't start drinking your own Kool-Aid and feel really good about yourself. And then when you're losing or you're in a slump or something, you can't get down on yourself. So kind of just staying staying level, and just doing the little things every day and not taking them for granted.
That's wonderful. That is all I have there for you today, Ben.
Thank you for having me. I had a great time.
That was Ben Roger of the Kingston Frontenacs. Stay with us tonight on YourTV for some more OHL action.